And welcome back to All About Community. Again, my name is Robert L. Harris, and when we went to break, I was speaking with Dr. Michael Lenoir. Michael is a world-renowned physician, and he lives right here in Oakland. Michael, let's talk just for a few minutes, and since we only have a few minutes, about prostate cancer, something that I have personally and have had it since 2011, and must say that doing quite well. Let's talk about a little bit about prostate cancer.
Well, I had prostate cancer as well. I think that prostate cancer, the incidence is much higher in African American men. But what's interesting about prostate cancer, the VA has done a large study in which they took African American men and white men diagnosed with prostate cancer at the same stage, treated exactly the same, and African American men did better. Just statistically better, which says that there's something about the system, something about our part in the system and the system itself that suggests that the statistics around African American men could be modified. We don't go to the doctor soon enough.
And that's the key.
Well, the recommendations are that if you've had prostate cancer in your family, you should get a PSA before the age of 50. After that, the recommendations from the African American urologists that I know suggest that you get PSAs every couple of years as you get your regular physical examination. Now, the American Cancer Society says after 70, you don't need to do anything. but my feeling is, why should I deny myself information?
Exactly.
In my own case, my PSA had risen to 3 when I was in my early 70s. A few years later, it had risen to 7. Fortunately, it was a small lesion. I had a special kind of prostate treatment with a radiation gamma knife, and my last prostate PSA was less than 0.1. So that obviously for now, I don't have to worry much about it. And I think for African American men, we're just so reluctant to go to the doctor, and I don't.
The key for African American men,
right?
Go to the doctor.
Go for your regular checkups, and as part of those checkups, in some periodic interval, get a PSA. And PSA doesn't mean you have cancer, but it's certainly an indication that you might.
Well, should you get the PSA and the digital as well?
Well, no, it's funny. I had mine was picked up by digital rectal, actually.
Me too.
But the recommendation now is that there are other things that you should be doing, MRIs that you should be doing, and the digital rectal is no longer necessarily required. But I never understood the recommendation here's the rationale. The American Cancer Society says that if you get a PSA and it's high, there are too many unnecessary biopsies and too much treatment and all of that. But I don't understand not wanting to have more information. You don't have to do anything with that information, and you need to read and consult with experts.
But at least you ought to have that information.
Right.
With that information, you can make intelligent decisions.
Right.
I wish we had more time. I'm not going to have you back, Dr. Lenoir, because there are just so many other subjects that I want to talk to you about here on All About Community, because our community really needs to know what you have to say. But unfortunately, we're out of time.
Well, all I need is the same thing I told my present wife. I just need an invitation.
I will get you an invitation. So again, Dr. Lenoir, we want to thank you for being my guest on All About Community. And remember this, no matter what you do, when you do it, or how you do it, in the final analysis, it is still going to be all about community. Again, my name is Robert L. Harris, and I am your host. And thank you, Dr. Lenoir, for being my guest.
Thank you.